Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. John Moody here with Johnny Learns Gardening. Today of recording is Saturday, October 12th. It is about 8:30 in the morning and about 50 degrees. It's a bit brisk. So, like I said, back with another weekly garden update. Got a couple things to talk about, but let's just go ahead and get started. The green beans still producing. I harvested a just shy of a quart Ziploc bag yesterday. Still have some things growing on, and I'm allowing them to grow and get larger. There you go. So keep all of these in mind. I'm going to talk about this very soon, but for now, I'm going to continue on. Beef steak tomato plant. Got some tomatoes coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one over there. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 4, 5 to the right over there, and then a cluster down there. At least another 3, so got an 8 there. I've also previously harvested earlier in the season, so the beefsteak tomatoes are doing fairly well as far as production. Grape tomatoes blew up, so they are still here. They are still producing. They are still developing. Ben actually harvested a few of the red ones just yesterday as I was cutting down the green beans, but yeah. I'm holding the microphone, so it's hard to do other things, but just from looking out here, the basil that's in there looks like it's doing okay. Top view, I can kind of see it in there. You can kind of see it right there. See that basil? Yeah. Basil and tomatoes, from what I understand, are a good companion plant. They complement each other. Coming around. Corn's coming in. I think it might be a little too late, but we will see. They're getting bigger. Again, I planted beets in this area. I remember that, but those look like tomatoes to me. I could be wrong. Then same with down there. And looks like I got some other weeds going on too. So I did take a picture of some. That little patch in that corner back there. It's hard for me to get through here, so well, maybe I'll get another shot. There's another patch on the other side, but taking the picture and Googling it, there's just so many different options of what it could be, but weeds ultimately is what they are. Compost bin, it's a lot going on. Looks like trash, but it's basically what it is. So I'm gonna have to turn that and all that good stuff. Got a couple little carrots down there. This radish foliage is really big, so I'm curious to pull it up to see if anything actually developed. I don't think that it will, but we'll see. But this is what I'm talking about. I got a bunch of those little patches. Uh-oh, here comes Ben. Watch your step. Yep. Okay, come here. Come here. Trains coming by. Hey man, you want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel.
All right. So what did you do? Why did you come out here? What did you have to tell me? What was that?
I eat all of the brownies.
You ate all of the bolognas? Well, good job. Thank you. Can you go back inside? Because it's cold out here. You don't have a coat.
I want you to bring my coat outside.
Okay, I'll be right there. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Nice little Ben intermission. Real quick, getting back to the garden. Looks like that's some more corn. So yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't see any of the pepper plants. I don't see any of the onions. Maybe like there are some things down there that looks like they actually look like radishes. So it looks like something's getting in here and eating my stuff. So more pest control or more pest problems to talk about. To be continued. I shall elaborate. What else? Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any of that. Brussels sprouts have been a dud for me, and I don't know why. But we'll move on. Second raised garden bed. That is my worm bin that I was keeping in the compost. I decided to just move it here because this is where I'm throwing all the fresher, if you want to call it that, food scraps. So yeah, I can attract the worms and they can have some place to go. But what's in there was all castings. I didn't put anything fresh inside there, so we'll see. I'm starting to put some more cardboard down. I will have to buy some wood chips later. And yeah, let's go to the side of the house. If you've been following, it's all pretty much the same over here. Second blueberry plant that I bought, not doing anything. It's getting cold, so maybe that winterizing thing shall help it out. I harvested the seeds off of the cilantro plant. There's more down there yet to be harvested. The basil has seen better days. I've been kind of neglectful out here, to be honest with you. The parsley with the black cherry tomato plant, the mint with another 2 black cherry tomato plants, and the cucumber plant. I'm not even going to talk about the strawberries that I tried to plant in here, but just yesterday is when I noticed it. See that? I don't know if the dogs are nuzzling in there or if some critter has been going through here. I don't know if it's a rat, a squirrel, possum. Same with my blueberry plant. It just looks disturbed right there, but somebody somewhere actually dug in there. I can't really tell how far in it goes. It looks like it's just right there, so it looks like something was just searching for something. I don't know, but maybe the animals are getting ready for winter. And the black cherry tomato plant my wife bought this year. Okay, so that's that. Still going, still hanging in there. The weather's changing, the season's getting, coming to a close. But what I wanted to talk about specifically, you've all been following me. Those that have been following me have been, I've been showing everything and talking about all that I can. It's not very much, I understand that, but there have been some issues that I am just now coming to realize, and let's go talk about it. So those of you that have been following me, maybe you've noticed and just didn't say anything. Please, I encourage you, leave a comment in the comment section. I am not an expert. I am just going through the motions and, again, showing you what I'm learning as I'm going. All of these brown spots, to my understanding, is rust. Rust is a fungal disease, and I have talked about the powdery mildew that my cucumbers were having, but apparently I have a fungal issue in my garden. It's not dangerous to humans. I do wash everything before I cook it, so cool. I'm just kind of, I feel bad. Maybe that's why the green beans have not been producing as much, because of the powdery mildew. I just thought that maybe it was some insect damage, maybe it was because of the season change, maybe I left a green bean on there too long and the plant is starting its process of dying. But yeah, this is an issue that I will need to resolve, and I've been watching video after video. They all pretty much say the same thing: get rid of it. That is ultimately what I'm supposed to do. If I had caught it in time, maybe I could have managed it, but yeah, I'll probably make a whole separate video on this, on how to deal with the fungal issues. You can see all of that, all these spots, pretty much on all of my plants. So far, the grape tomatoes, I haven't really noticed anything. They're doing pretty good, thankfully. But yeah, I'm reluctant to pull it out because I wanted to use them for compost. Apparently I'm not supposed to do that. So even like all of my neighbors' stuff, I don't think this is a battle I can win. I think that this is just something I'm going to have to deal with. All of this stuff has it. Those are all signs of rust. Yeah, there are a lot of home remedies. I am 100% organic, and I don't want to introduce any kind of chemicals. We'll see what I do though. Hydrogen peroxide is a chemical, but it's a safe chemical, so I guess it's okay. Technically it's not considered organic. That's what I saw in a video that I saw last night. But I saw a recipe for baking soda, neem oil, and an organic soap mixed in water. It's supposed to help with it. So it's already October, the season's almost over. I don't want any of these spores to winterize and then continue to be a problem next season. So like I said, the best advice that I have gathered in all the videos that I'm watching is to throw this all away or burn it. And I feel like it's such a waste. And I feel like it's going to be an issue indefinitely. So I don't really want to do all that. That includes all of the stuff that has fallen, all the leaves that I picked off and just dropped to be composted in the garden, as a mulch that I put on top. All of that work, all of that effort ruined by this fungal infection. So yeah, we'll see. My plan, like I said, I don't want to throw this all away. I don't want to, work so hard and waste all of this effort just for it to not really help at all anyway. So I think that's going to be where I'm leaning towards, is make that antifungal solution that I saw, and I'm just going to fight it. I'm just going to be more diligent about it. I did spray some neem oil on the powdery mildew earlier, and I didn't keep up with it, so I figured what's done is done. If the plant's going to survive, it's going to survive. I did get 2 cucumbers, but yeah, so maybe that's why they didn't produce that much. But a lot of things to take into consideration, and I will deal with it. So I guess that's my advice to you all. Be on top of it, recognize the problem, and take care of it as early as possible. I let all this go, and I'm just now realizing, what I had to do about it, or what I should have done about it. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Leave a comment in the comment box. I welcome any advice. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care. Bye bye.